Hi everyone, here's our notes for 5A and 5B. And in these two sections we're going to review what an expression is and then learn how to evaluate them. All right, so let's first of all talk about what an expression is. So first of all, a variable is a symbol, which is usually a letter, that represents an unknown quantity. So that's our variable. And right down here you can see x is our variable. That stands in for a number that we don't know, a value that we don't know. And then an algebraic expression is an expression. Remember, an expression is a problem without an equal sign. A problem to work out without an equal sign. If it had an equal sign, we'd call it an equation. So an algebraic expression is an expression that contains at least one variable. It usually contains constants and operation symbols as well. So our constant is right here, this number that won't change. This is called a constant. That's a number that's going to stay there as we work out our problem. And this number that is in front of the variable, we call that a coefficient. It's a number that's being multiplied to the variable, so that's a coefficient. And then what we're going to do with these expressions is we're going to evaluate them. And evaluate means that we're going to find the value. And you can kind of see that root word value there. So we're going to find the value, evaluate. I'm just missing the E on the value there. Of an algebraic expression by substituting or placing a number in for the variable. So let's get busy. Let's look at some problems here. All right, so here's our process. We're going to substitute a number for the variable, and then we're going to solve. We're going to find the value of the expression. So for number 1, x plus 5, if x equals 6.2. So that means we're going to take out our x and replace or substitute it with 6.2. So we've got 6 2/10 plus 5. And just a reminder, 6 2/10 plus 5 is going to look like this. Bring that decimal point straight down, 11. So this is 11 2/10 is our final answer there. Alrighty, and then 3p. For p equals 5. That means we're going to substitute 5 in for p. So this becomes 3 times 5. Remember, when we don't have an operation symbol between a coefficient and a variable, it means that we're multiplying. And so, of course, our answer here is 15. 3 times 5 is 15. All right, now we've got 7/8 minus 1/4 times h. And so we're going to substitute in 1/2 for 1/4. So our problem becomes 7/8 minus 1/4 times 1/2. We're substituting in the 1/2 where our variable was. Okay. And now we're going to follow our order of operations to solve this problem. Remember, order of operations is PEMDAS. Parentheses first, exponents next, multiply and divide in order from left to right, and add or subtract in order from left to right. So I see I have a multiplication problem here, 1/4 times 1/2, and I know that I just multiply 1 times 1 and 4 times 2. So this becomes 7/8 minus 1 times 1 is 1, 4 times 2 is 8. So 7/8 minus 1/8, we've got a common denominator there, so we just subtract the numerators, and we get 6/8. 6/8 is reducible. We divide both of those by 2, and our final answer then is 3/4. Okay, I'm going to stop the video now, and I want you to try the next 3 on your own.